Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to the place where we dive into the fascinating world of personality types. Today, we're exploring the INFJ personality type, often considered the world's rarest. If you've ever wondered if you might be an INFJ, stay tuned because we've got 16 telltale signs to help you discover your true self. Before we dive into the signs, let's understand what INFJ is all about. INFJ, referring to one of the 16 myers-briggs personality types, has become a bit of a buzzword in the media over the past several years. The reason behind it, INFJ is considered to be the rarest personality type, making up less than 2% of the world's entire population. They are nicknamed the Advocate, and have been described as mysterious, intuitive, and emotionally intelligent, yet the INFJ type as a whole is often misunderstood. Oh, and I am one. Perhaps you are, as well. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, created in the 1940s by mother and daughter Isabel Myers and Catherine Briggs, originally stems from the typological theories of Carl Jung, a prominent psychoanalyst. The test assesses an individual in 4 categories: extroversion versus introversion, sensing versus intuition, thinking versus feeling, and judging versus perceiving, and using these criteria, determines which category one's personality most tilts toward. INFJs would be those individuals whose personalities favor the sides of introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. An INFJ can be difficult to spot due to the fact that they're not prevalent in society and tend to be reserved individuals. However, INFJs can make fiercely loyal friends, empathetic and organized employees, and exceptional leaders for causes they deem worthy and for the greater good of humanity. Signs you're an INFJ. Here are 16 signs that you might be an INFJ personality. 1. INFJs often report feeling lonely and different, and for good reason. INFJs are low in numbers, so they tend to have trouble finding others who see the world in the same realm as they do. Most people who are this type have admitted feeling different from their peers since they were a very young child. 2. INFJs take an all-or-nothing approach to life. INFJs, a curious mix of emotion and logic, don't like to waste their time on anything inauthentic. Although they may dabble in playing the field, INFJs are truly about quality over quantity and will become disinterested in anyone or anything they perceive as being fraudulent, scheming, or wishy-washy. 3. INFJs exude warmness, and others immediately feel comfortable in their presence. It's not uncommon for a stranger to sit down next to an INFJ and within minutes disclose their most personal secrets, fears, and dreams. In fact, this happens frequently to INFJs with seemingly no rhyme or reason. This personality type has a knack for making others immediately feel at ease, and they're great listeners and trusted confidants who speak in human terms and meet others where they are. 4. INFJs are somewhat empathic, and they tend to just know things. One of my favorite one-liners from Game of Thrones is by the character Tyrion Lannister: "I drink and I know things." This can often be said of an INFJ, with maybe fewer libations. INFJs have a highly accurate sense of intuition that they've been sharpening all their lives. Without understanding exactly why or how, an INFJ will see, within minutes of meeting an individual, their true character. As a result, they tend to be more forgiving of their friends who exhibit unruly behavior because they can identify the true root of it, such as insecurities or past trauma. 5. INFJs ultimately seek genuine truth and meaning. This personality type does not care one iota about grandiose tales or extravagant gestures if there's not a true and genuine motive behind them. An INFJ's calling in life is to seek insight and understanding, and as they develop, they often can spot a lie or half-truth at a moment's notice. If they believe an individual to be a phony or a manipulator, they will have no trouble writing him off. Likewise, this type often enjoys traveling, adventures, and experiences that heighten their understanding of the intricacies of life and promote self-reflection. 6. INFJs are true introverts, yet people not very close to them believe them to be extroverts. This happens because INFJs can be social chameleons and have an innate ability to blend into any social setting. The INFJ can be the life of the party for a night or two, showcasing their inviting nature and vivaciousness. However, this is never prolonged because, in introverted fashion, they lose energy when spending time with others. Those close to an INFJ know that this type prefers bars over clubs and barbecues over balls, and can give a speech to thousands of people but cringes at the idea of mingling with the crowd afterward. Eventually, this type will need to retreat home for some quiet time to recharge their batteries, or they will become on edge and exhausted. 5. INFJs ultimately seek genuine truth and meaning. This personality type does not care one iota about grandiose tales or extravagant gestures if there's not a true and genuine motive behind them. An INFJ's calling in life is to seek insight and understanding, and as they develop, they often can spot a lie or half-truth at a moment's notice. If they believe an individual to be a phony or a manipulator, they will have no trouble writing him off. Likewise, this type often enjoys traveling, adventures, and experiences that heighten their understanding of the intricacies of life and promote self-reflection. 6. INFJs are true introverts, yet people not very close to them believe them to be extroverts. 7. INFJs have intense, unwavering convictions, sometimes to a fault. An INFJ has certain ideas about the world and the need to foster change in society. These are deep-seated and intense beliefs that they will rarely abandon. If a career, relationship, or law does not align with their moral compass, an INFJ will have no qualms about ignoring it or leaving it in the dust. 8. INFJs tend to keep a small circle of friends and prefer to work alone. Although an INFJ may have hundreds of acquaintances, if they call you friend, you can be sure that they mean it for life. This type can count their close friends on a set of fingers, and they will be loyal and devoted to these prized individuals no matter how much time passes between their interactions. An INFJ can be a great team player, but the idea of group projects and meetings naturally make them sink down in their seat. These are people who enjoy working from home or in a quaint office with a handful of like-minded co-workers. 9. INFJs cannot stand small talk. This trait aligns with the need to pursue truth and all things bona fide. To an INFJ, small talk not only takes energy but has little purpose, as it is merely speaking to fill silence without revealing any deeper layers of the individuals involved. Do not talk to an INFJ about the weather unless you want to see a glazed-over look. Instead, tell them about the causes you are promoting, the wish list of your soul, or the way you smile every time you smell lavender because it reminds you of your great-grandmother. 10. INFJs are typically high achievers and people pleasers. If you want a task done right, hand it over to an INFJ. They will plan every detail and will deliver a glowing finished product. However, when delivering criticism to this type, do it gently, as they take every word to heart and are always striving for perfection. This type is a unique blend of dreamer and doer, but they can easily fall prey to extreme bouts of anxiety or depression centered on feelings of inadequacy or failure. 11. INFJs are gifted in language and are often creative writers. In accordance with their introverted nature, INFJs prefer to spend time alone and develop enriched inner lives with many hobbies and skills. This type has trouble conveying their emotions verbally, so they turn to pen and paper. This, combined with their creative nature, leaves no surprise that the majority of successful writers are, in fact, INFJs. 12. INFJs make decisions based on emotion and insight. An INFJ judges the world around them and the people in it based on how they make them feel. This type does not care much about track records and performance history. Instead, they look for the heart of the matter and how a person or company treats them personally. This type will trust the gut feeling about a situation and go with that, which has almost always proven accurate. 13. INFJs like to reflect on deep thoughts about their purpose and the world around them. This type is a thinker. INFJs are old souls who spend a lot of time in their minds reflecting on their purpose and the meaning behind everything that happens to them. They are often readers, researchers, and intellectuals who truly enjoy learning. Although this is a noble endeavor, it's essential that the INFJ has friends who can help them be less serious and relax every now and then. 14. INFJs are visionaries who see the big picture. This type tends to operate about 10 steps ahead. They're skilled planners and focus their sights on the end goal and what's needed to propel them there. However, while INFJs are off in dreamland about their futures, they can sometimes forget to be present in the world that is happening now. As a result, they do well with other more grounded types who can remind them to live in the moment. 15. INFJs are fixers, and they gravitate towards people who need help. This type loves a good fixer-upper, and with their ability to see the good bones of another person, their true motives and intentions, and to readily provide comfort and compassion, they often fall victim to the broken wing theory. This is the idea that they can rescue others who have a broken wing, or who have been dealt a poor hand. This can be rewarding for the hopeful INFJ but also frustrating and depleting when boundaries are overstepped. 16. INFJs seek lifelong, true blue relationships. This type may find themselves with intuitive extroverts, such as the ENTPs, ENFPs, and ENFJs. These types connect with the INFJ on the deeper plane of intuition, yet also will get the INFJ out of their head and out on the town on a Saturday night. In conclusion, we've explored 16 signs that might reveal your INFJ personality. But remember, these signs are just a glimpse into the world of personality types. We're all unique, and that's what makes our world so wonderfully diverse. If you have any idea or question, please give me comment. IL will be happy to give you feedback. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the intriguing world of personality types.